All right, hi, it's Richard Moore here from 7 Step Startup. I'm just responding to about 5 emails that have come in over the last week or so, wanting more information on the VRIN model that I've mentioned a couple of times. This is because part of the 7 Step Startup program talks about selecting your product, but also making sure you're going to have a unique selling point and some competitive advantage. So just to explain, there's a very eminent chap who works for the University of Utah called Jay Barney. He originally got his PhD at Yale many years ago. I think he's now chair of entrepreneurship and strategic development within Utah. And of course, he at Utah University, he does a lot of teaching there. But in 1991, he brought forward this model of VRIN testing, if you like, which was basically to ensure that there was real competitive advantage for either a company or its products, more to the point. So just to give the detail, the V for VRIN, so VRIN is VRIN, the V stands for valuable. So this is from a customer's or company's point of, from a company's point of view. Is the product offering valuable in that it can exploit a position or a niche in the market and offer some commercial success? So will it provide value really to the company that's going to be developing and selling the product? The second step is it rare? Okay, so it needs to be a rare product because then it's with scarcity, it boosts its value in terms of perception in the eyes of the public. So that's why diamonds are worth a lot, because they're very rare. That's why pencils are not worth much, because they're 2 a penny, as you can find them anywhere. So if there's a rarity to it, if it's something that's scarce, then people are going to be much more excited by it, and potentially gives you much more competitive advantage over any potential competitors. The I for the VRIN model stands for imitable, okay, which means can it be imitated? If it can't, okay, I didn't say it very well, but inimitable. If it can't be imitated, then it means it creates a very unique feel to the product. It's something that is almost a signature of that particular company. Now, in our world, there's 2 ways to achieve that. One is that it's just simply so unique. You can't imitate it because it can only be delivered by that company. And often you find this in its being leveraged to the market through a personality. So the Virgin Group is quite hard to imitate their brand and their field, because Richard Branson is their major ambassador, of course, and he is the company. He is the guy with the that kind of oozes and elicits their brand, really. So that's why they're not so easy to imitate. And if people do try and imitate them, well, do you know what? People always think, well, they're just trying to be like Virgin, and actually jogs the memory and makes people think of the Virgin Group anyway. And finally, the N stands for non-replaceable or non-replaceable or non-substitutional. So it can't be replaced by maybe another product on the market that might have a similar outcome or give a similar result or product. So if your product is the only thing that gives the result it gives, and there's nothing else out there that could replace it or substitute it, then you're going to have, again, real competitive advantage. 7-Step Startup is a great example, because each of the lessons and the teachings are based on mostly interviews that I've had with professors and deans of business schools and universities around the world, best-selling authors, and heads of the most recognized businesses worldwide. So that's fairly unique. It gives me a competitive advantage simply because other people aren't doing that. They just speak common sense or what they've maybe thought of, as opposed to cumulatively hundreds of years of very high-end experience and success being put into the course. So think about that. Is it valuable? Is it rare? Is it inimitable? And is it non-substitutional? VRIN, that's Jay Barney's VRIN model for competitive advantage. So I hope that helps. Keep the comments coming in, and hope that makes that clear. Speak to you soon.